Hello, you guys. I came on a little early because I got finished doing what I needed to do. What is going on, guys? What in the world is going on tonight or this evening? It's a beautiful evening. Hey, guys. I see new to you, Tyranny, Clarinetta, Diane, Teresa. Shout out to my moderators for doing a great job. Everybody already knows. Put some respect on my moderators. They are the gatekeepers of the chat. Okay, they keep the damn fools out. Okay. Thank you, Ronald Gray. Yeah, I've been going to my kickboxing and I love it. Don't y'all know I hurt the back of my I think I pulled a muscle or something. See, when you start talking about going to the doctors and stuff, they start talking about, oh, you need to have this, you pull this, you pull that. I ain't got time for all that because there don't be nothing wrong other than you just hurt your damn foot. So I'm gonna wait and see if it's gonna stop hurting. I think I just pulled something, but I be enjoying it. Oh my God, I be loving it so much. I would advise everybody. Because I be trying to. It's not boring, nothing like that. Constantly hitting the bag, kicking the bag. We do other stuff too. It's a stress releaser. Hey, Yam. We're gonna let some more people start to come in. That's right, Teresa. They protect their Tam cat. I remember it was a troll that came up in here and called me. They was trolling one night. That's when I first started getting on YouTube, and I didn't know a lot about what they was doing. They came in droves, and one of them called me Tam Cat. Hey, Shan. So what y'all got going on tonight? Um, it seems like the weekends go by so fast, right? I know they have been they've been trolling for 2 years, child. So have y'all eaten Sunday dinner? What y'all eat for dinner? Y'all know what? I was getting ready to grill some chicken, and I was like, I don't feel like doing that today. I don't feel like grilling. I don't feel like baking. I had some fish sticks in there, and I was like, I'm gonna just put those fish sticks in the oven, and that's what I did. I ate fish sticks and grapes. I know that's weird, right? It was good because y'all know, and I put a little ketchup on my I put a little ketchup on my stuff, but I put a lot of hot sauce. Y'all know I'm a country girl for real, so I take ketchup and hot sauce and mix it together and dip my french fries and everything in the child. That's how I do it. I can't eat ketchup unless I have hot sauce mixed with it. She said I cooked turnips. I picked out my mother's oh my God. Now Shan, you didn't even have to say that because you got me thinking about planting a garden again. You know what? I always talk about how the vegetables and stuff taste differently when it's grown. And when it's homegrown, because my grandma had a garden and stuff. And I think I'm gonna start back gardening. I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I think greens survive through the winter time too. That would be something therapeutic to do. I'm gonna go ahead and some peppers because I love peppers, hot peppers. I got a new recipe today, y'all. Y'all know I be living for recipes, especially healthy recipes. I love onion. I love sweet onion. I love onion, period, right? And so I was looking at, y'all know, the stuffed bell peppers. I told y'all I like to do the stuffed bell peppers. The only thing about it is that the stuffed bell peppers get really soft and mushy. I don't know what it is about certain foods. Like, I cannot stand to chew on it or something. It's got to be a psychological thing when it gets really soft. Like, but listen, I can't stand chew on nothing hard either. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I told y'all I had not really been buying beef, so I had a taste for some roast beef. I think somebody on here talked about they cooked the roast beef, and it made me want a roast beef, right? So I went and got me a roast. I went to Aldi's. She said she planning some greens next weekend. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it too, girl. Y'all know I'm a copycat sometimes when it comes to stuff like that. Okay, you plant some greens. I've been wanting to plant some greens. I'm gonna plant some too. Um, but anyways, I so the roast beef, I let it cook in the slow cooker forever, and it was still a little hard. So I was like, well, I'm gonna try this recipe, this high protein recipe. When it comes to I saw this recipe, right? It was went about a steak. And so it was garlic steak bites with Cajun mac and cheese. The Cajun mac and cheese is a hit out of this world, right? But the garlic butter beef, which was steak, it was I can't eat beef no more. I just can't. I was like, dog, like the beef was so hard. And that was like a $17 steak. I don't know if that's cheap or what, but I'm not used to paying $17 for no darn meat because I like sales. And so I was like, dog, it's real hard. I kept chewing and chewing and chewing. And I said, and they were like, they were steak bites. I had cut it up into cubes and I kept chewing. And I was like, dog, when am I going to chew enough to be able to swallow? I said, I can't eat steak no more. Because when I would get ready to swallow, I was like, dog, it's still too hard. So I can't, it was like I just kept chewing the meat to be able to get it, I guess, chewed up enough to swallow. I can't do that no more. So I'm just gonna stick with the chicken and fish and turkey. Cause that's all I buy anyways. They be messing with me. It's my, all you ever buy is chicken and stuff. I said, yeah, because I went into the grocery store yesterday just to buy me some chia seeds. And I saw where they had some chicken on sale. And don't y'all know they've gone up on the chicken thighs? You used to get a whole long pack of chicken thighs for like the long pack for like $4.99, something like that. Girl, they've gone up on the chicken thighs like they did the turkey chops. I have not bought turkey chops in like over a year because 4 turkey chops now is like $10. Now the chicken thighs, because people have started buying them, they're going up to $9. I said, ain't this some shit? The only thing that's they've gone back up on the chicken wings to like $18. And the only thing that is reasonable, and they were on sale, I got me some, was the chicken legs. Child. I just put them on the grill. He said with roast beef. I love the heels that you put up. It's cute. They need a pink one. I'm telling you, I was like, Lord have mercy, I done pull something. But I still can wear my heels though. But I just don't I don't like that. I pulled something back there. I might have to go to the doctor. But I hate going to those podiatrists because they tell lies because they be trying to figure out a way to try to get you to have surgery and stuff. They're not gonna do no damn surgery on my feet. Hey Janira, G Finley, E23. Um, let's see, the Black Barbie. Who else? I was waiting for other people to start coming in to start getting the notifications and stuff. And we're gonna talk about briefly, we're gonna talk about TTE Naughty, um, P. Diddy, because they said there's some, I was reading there are some revised charges as it relates to P. Diddy. and the violence in Memphis. Player Cole sent me something, a video. I think he put it up on his page too. I was like, dog, like it's messed up. I don't know what's going on. Like I really I can't call it. You know, I was looking at the video that he had posted up from last night where they took somebody out, and you could hear the people in the background saying that man wasn't on there. He wasn't no killer. He wasn't into, taking folks. I think now these these fools are so sissified. We can't blame everything on drugs no more, because people been on drugs for years and it never made them want to just go pop people. I mean, it's just too many cowards, and I think they feel like, and they know with the politics in Memphis, wanted to just give them a tap on the hand and talk about black men's, and I'm guilty of it myself. I'm guilty of talking about, how these young people have come. They haven't had the type of upbringing and all of that, but people do the best that they can. But even when you haven't had the right upbringing, you still know right from wrong. A lot of these kids are just brats, right? Their parents, they might not have spent no time with them, but they work to try to give them everything. I think that's the issue now, that people work so hard to try and get their kids name brand stuff, that they don't really know the values really of anything else. Like, I worked hard. They'll say, well, I worked hard to make sure he had the freshest Nikes, and he never wore the same thing twice. He always had the freshest stuff at school, but they've gotten away from what really matters. While you getting him, he's the freshest person in school. What kind of grades did he have? What kind of values was you teaching him? Was he respectful to people? Right? There is no foundation being built, and that's what people are omitting. It takes nothing. You don't have to be rich to be a foundation. You don't have to be rich to teach your children respect and morals. It's a lot of families come from poor environments, and all they had was respect. Right? They started putting material things before they put anything else, and I think that's messed up. I don't like people. Well, I won't say I don't like people, but I don't necessarily care for people that like to you know um talk about name brand stuff all the time. Y'all hear me talk about shoes, but I like shoes on sale. I ain't no damn fool. I'm not going to pay no $500 and $600 and $700 for no shoes. I'm not gonna even pay no $200 or $300 for no shoes. Okay, I'm not gonna do it, because I could get 3 pairs of shoes for $200, heels or something like that. But you hear people talk about all this name brand stuff, y'all. They don't have anything in place. People have gotten away from the main thing. That's my favorite saying. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. People have gotten away from the main things. Okay, so you're out there spending all your money on buying your children all types of name brand stuff. I'm not saying that you can't buy name brand stuff, but that's what all you aspire to do. Something is wrong when that is the first priority and your child is disrespectful and got bad grades. Okay? When your child is disrespectful and got bad grades, you spend all of this money on them name brand clothes, but you don't even have, they out there wilding out. This is how twisted people are, and you ain't even got no insurance policies on them. So when he go out there, he doing dirt, and he get popped in the same name brand stuff that you worked hard to get him. You trying to sell fish plates to be able to pay for his burial. You got to go fund me up to pay for his burial. Okay? So that's why I say people have gotten away from the main things and priorities. They're not prioritizing things anymore, right? And I think they want things to be awry and disarray as it is in the Black community. They want it to be just like that, right? Because people get rich off of, my dad used to always say, rich people get rich off of taking advantage of what of what poor people don't know. And that's the truth. And so I think what the sad thing about it is, it's one thing when you don't know something, it's another thing when you don't want to know something. I think it has gotten so bad in our community, people don't want to know anything. They don't want to know anything anymore. So I think it's a sad thing when people cannot be taught. When people cannot be taught, like I say, it's extremely disappointing to me, like how people are. Not everybody, but like how some of our men are, and how you have adult women who have um they might have something going for them. You don't ever know what people have gone through, right? And so if you know you've gone through quite a bit, I can't understand how women are allowing men to send them into walk them into burning houses, right? Where they're put in a situation where they're going to lose everything, right? Because when you start using stuff that you've worked hard for, you're a professional, to start helping some of these damn bombs that come up out the sewer, you going back to the projects. For instance, let's take for instance on here. I always talk about this on here because it blows my mind. I know people might feel like there are women that have strong personalities like me. I've never been dumb enough. People say, you know what, you help people and this and that, and that's true. It's just in my nature, right? But when you throw somebody a bone, when you choose to help somebody, and then they go and they have a different agenda, right? Hey, it ain't nothing that could come good behind that. So all you just sit back and wait for them to crash out, because they create a lot of bad karma, right? I tell people you have to stay connected to the source, right? That has done you right in any aspect. That's how I am. Even if you're no longer in contact with that person, you still have to do right as it relates to that. And so sometimes what people do is they let people have them to crash out and try and mess over the very people, that really was helped them. Okay. And I'm talking about in any aspect of life. It happens so much, right? And so I think about like some of these YouTubers on here. It's YouTubers on here. I know they come from different walks of life, okay? But I've never in my life seen anything like it. And I think because it has been they've been getting away with stuff for so long. And then you got one on here that is absolutely grotesque. He is grotesque. Okay. And I can't understand. I was talking to somebody because I am determined. I was talking to somebody today about that. How in the world do people that work for security companies, that work for light companies, that work for insurance companies, you got all this shit going on, and you let somebody come up out the sewer, put you up under investigation with the feds? All because they want to violate other people. You got women where they have, I don't know what they have going on, but they allow people that have already been disturbed their whole lives, that have never done any good by anybody, not even their own family members, to get them caught up in stuff that they ain't gonna be able to get out of easily. I feel like everybody has enough going on in their very own lives aside from YouTube. How do you let somebody that just crawled up out the sewer con you? Because a lot of these people are con artists, con you into losing the very thing that you worked hard for. When it's gone, they don't have no more use for you. They don't have no more use for you if you was not providing them with whatever it was that you worked hard for, stupid motherfuckers. They wouldn't even have no use for you. And when the stuff hit the fan, they're going to disassociate themselves from you. That's the reason why they can sit up on their platforms and grin and say, ain't nobody going to touch me. You know why? Because they already know the dumb, stupid women and stuff that's around them that's using their resources, filing fake reports. That's a whole nother situation all by itself. I can't wait till they hit the fan. And all of that, they got to get them. Then you know what they say? I ain't did nothing. I ain't do nothing. They did it. People don't have loyalty to people that they ain't never laid eyes on in person. And so there are character flaws in people, especially when they just want acceptance. They can say what they want to about me. I don't need no damn acceptance. That's the reason why you don't see me on here doing crash dummy stuff. But these kids don't have, these young adults really don't have anything to look up to. Okay. They don't really have much to look up to. Right? Because you see how the adults are acting. Okay. And so I think in a world where we're already stressed out, and the majority of us do the best that we can. None of us are perfect. But what we have to do is strive to maintain, build some type of foundation where we're trying to be righteous. Okay. That's it. If you find yourself deviating from doing the best that you can, and doing the best that you can ain't trying to make somebody else's life a living hell. If you ain't on meds and you got something to lose, you don't let nobody that just crawled out of the damn sewer make you lose everything. A person that has nothing to lose will help you to lose everything. And once them folks come and hit that door and you start losing shit, they ain't got no more need for you. Because number one, they ain't gonna want to be caught up. And then you can't look up nobody no more. You can't hack nobody no more. You ain't giving them your money. They ain't got no more use for you. And you left trying to pick up the pieces. How in the hell you gonna be in your damn 30s and 40s and 50s and be a damn crash dummy? You got kids and shit, and you let niggas that come up at the sewer on YouTube make you lose all that? You so damn stupid. Do y'all think that y'all gonna be able to call me and I not know who you are and who sent you? Do you think that you are not being recorded and we're not gonna be able to recognize your voice? So I just think, that is sad, that when we start looking at a lot of the character flaws, and I think I got to the violence in the community. The kids ain't being taught nothing because the older adults are too busy being crash dummy in other ways. And then they say, well, I ain't killed nobody. Bitch, you got your ass on YouTube being a crash dummy for a sewer, nigga. And your family in disarray. And so folks will say, well, my kids raised, I ain't got none but grandkids. Will help with your grandkids. Anything is better than being a crash dummy and losing everything for a person that ain't got nothing to lose. Ain't never had nothing. And so that's the problem. I go back to, that's the problem in our community, right? Hey, people get to, somebody was telling me, somebody was saying, and I've been down at the police department. It's funny how God send people to give you information. Well, if we start getting caught, if we got to stop people, some people would rather plot to take you up out of here than to leave you alone. I think the worst thing that I ever did was to, and I shouldn't have said that. Okay. The worst thing I ever did was, but I was going through with my daddy and I let them feel like that they had a right to violate me. And when they're mentally ill and when people want acceptance, bitch, you got insurance licenses. So you going to look up folks' information. Don't you know your ass is look big gonna be, girl? Don't get me started. I probably shouldn't have said that. Okay. People forget that any and everything that they do can be traced. But you work hard to become a professional, and you let a person that just climbed out of the sewer that still got funk on them mess you over. All because you want acceptance. All because you want acceptance from a person that wouldn't have no need for you if you couldn't give them what they needed to violate other people. Never met them. Even if you did, don't nobody want you. If they cared about you, they wouldn't have you messing up your life and your livelihood. You're gonna be in the medical field and let somebody make you pull somebody's medical history. Don't you know that's federal? That's federal. You're gonna be hacking from other countries, and you think they ain't gonna get you? So it's violence in every community, right? All the way across the board. It's violence in every community. But it ain't gonna stop until the older adults, okay, change. It is the energy that a lot of these older adults are creating that's got these young adults acting a certain way. And let me just say this, I'm not worried about nobody. It's a darn shame. And I appreciate when you favor, people just start calling you and giving you information. Okay. Look at people ringing my phone now. Bing. I don't think I've said a whole lot. I didn't say anything wrong. I get mad and sometimes I let stuff slip out because it's really amazing to me how people that are supposed to be sane adults mess their whole life up for a bunch of nobodies because they want acceptance. They got envy and jealousy in their hearts and they mess up their lives. Whatever you got, you worked hard for it, rather even it's just a regular job. You don't give nobody that ain't never had nothing to lose access to make you be up under investigation. You got to be a damn fool so that they can benefit because they get joy out of torturing people. I know your information. It's going to cost you, bitch. It's going to cost you. And so it's a shame that you have to start taking down other people around them. And that's all they care about. Well, I ain't do it because I ain't had access to it. It's already in the atmosphere. It's already been said that they're going to say it. But, I think it's a shame when you start actively working to stop somebody from violating you and they start plotting murder on you again. I'm covered by God, nigga. I'm covered by God. Do you bitches know? Except for maybe the security person. I think they say he in it. Bitch, you way in Arizona. And you would plot with somebody on a woman's life because he obsessed with her? Let me stop before I say too much. It's amazing to me what people do. Do these women know that they involved in this shit too? Because anytime you get, well, all I did was just looked up an email address. Bitch, you using your damn systems at work? A person that just crawled up out the sewer. And they right, he ain't got no access to it. Y'all do. And you lose everything for him and you got kids and grandkids. Let me stop because I'm getting too mad. I'm getting too mad. Woo! But we serve a good God, child. That's all I can say. We serve a good one. Thank God for the people, even if they was involved before, when they ain't involved no more, they'll reach out to you just like they did the first time to let you know, baby girl, be careful because this is what's going on. Ain't God good? When you favor, that's what happens. When you favor, that is what happens. Can't nobody sneak up on me. I got all types of prayer around me, and I've been knowing now for some days. That's why my pastor been getting on here and going into the spiritual realm. These motherfuckers let these niggas send them out to try and come at me. Don't they know that they involved to create an atmosphere for something to happen to me? A woman that they don't even know, all because of an obsession. I'm sorry, Pastor. I don't know. It's real on here. And I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going off of YouTube. I probably would have been gone off of YouTube because I'd be tired. And I got subscribers. And because they want me gone so bad, I ain't going nowhere. Okay. So y'all, they plotting murder on here again. Okay. If they can't violate you, if you do what is necessary to stop them from violating you, they start to plot murder with niggas. These men got damn kids and grandkids. And they plotting murder with somebody that crawled up out the sewer. They got careers. Okay. Anyways, I got into that. I wasn't even intending to talk about that, right? But I think it's something else, right? And when folks get, well, you have to be careful about people that start jumping up on panels now, because one thing about it, now I'm very wise. When they start jumping up on panels, talking about she always talking about this, they be in cahoots. They know damn well what them folks doing. They involved in it. People can get so consumed. She won't even let me on her channel. No, I don't want you over here starting no garbage. So if I don't want you on my channel starting garbage, you get into cahoots with other people to violate me, to include the women. I never understood that. I've never gotten with any man to try, and if I'm gonna get at a woman, it's because she did something to me, and it's on my own accord. Ain't no man gonna send me out to go at no woman. Ain't no man gonna send me out to help create an atmosphere for a woman to be killed. It ain't gonna happen. You know why? Because I ain't willing to take that fall, all because of my jealousy or whatever it is, or wanting to be accepted. I ain't gonna do it. It ain't worth it. My mind too strong for that. F anybody that wants to get on here and terrorize other people. I don't have time for that. I have a life for real. So then they say, well, you ain't got no man. I can go give me some dick anytime I want to. If I want to, all I got to do is step out. All I got to do is put on them heels, and I ain't got to even put on no heels. All I got to do is step out, and I can give me a man. But I'm a high value chick. Can't know anybody dance up on my ass. Okay, that's the difference in between me and a whole lot of other ones. So the ones that make these fake pages and that be running over here talking about that's why you ain't got no man, they have an issue with that because they know they can never get a chance to dance up on this big ass. You sure can't. It bounces. You can't dance up on it. I don't let anybody touch it. I'm a high value woman. I take care of myself. I got class about myself, and I don't deal with classless low lifes where all they can do is sit up on YouTube and troll and plot murder and try and mess with people, become obsessed with harassing people. I don't rock with men like that. I like real men. I don't like men, women disguised. I don't like women disguised as men. They're born a man, but they really a woman. I don't deal with men like that. Okay. And if folks say, well, ain't nobody send her nothing, well, tell that to the police. Tell that to the MF and police. That ain't nobody gave me no heads up on nothing. Tell that to the police. because it was I gave them the proof of it. Tell that to the police. Okay, I bet you they believe me, and that's all that matters. Okay. Oh Lord have mercy. Anyways, you guys, I got into that because I started thinking about the violence in our community. And the violence in our community, um, a lot of it is because when we talk about the younger adults that's just taking people out, right? It is because they're looking at the older adults. They ain't got no, they just as bad. And so they feel like because they're not actually killing people in the physical, some of them are or want to send a damn fool out to do it for them. Okay. And these young adults are in disarray because I'm gonna tell you something, they watching what's going on around them. And folks can sit up and talk about, I work hard all day. You might work hard all day and to provide for your family, but what kind of values are you instilling in your children? If you sitting up on the phone gossiping and talking about folks and all of that, all of that all day, your kids are listening to that, and a bunch of messy adults ain't doing nothing but raising a bunch of messy kids. So we got to get back to the main thing if this violence and this crime is going to stop in our community. Everybody is putting everything on mental illness, and I ain't never seen so many damn folks talk about they crazy. People now are using mental illness because it is a business. It's some of them need some help, but everything now folks are using it as a crutch to be able to get away from stuff because that's what they want. Because being mentally ill, whether you really are or not, is a billion-dollar business. All these pills and stuff they have you on. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna just say, I'm on medicines. You playing crazy gonna get your ass knocked off in real life. But that's what people are doing now, and that's what they want. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm mentally ill. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's something wrong with you when you want to consistently violate people. Yeah, we hacked our account. And it's even something more. It's even something even crazier with the people that coexist every day, that get up and work every day, and let people that just crawl up out the sewer make them lose everything they got. A person that ain't got nothing to lose will help you lose everything. The investigator just said that just yesterday when they was looking into some stuff. They said a person that ain't got nothing to lose will help you lose everything. Look at this shit. I told y'all in 2024 I wasn't gonna let y'all violate me and get away with it. I thought this month, because it was the month of my dad's anniversary, I said, dog, it's been almost 365 days since I laid eyes on my dad in the physical. And so what God did was God allowed me to go and look at a video, because I started videoing him like days before he was dying, when he was laying in the bed. And I said, well, you know what? God took me back to a video when my dad said, I can't stay here like this. I got to go. I got to ascend. I can't stay here like this. He left on his own terms. And I don't know what it was, but it gave me strength. I said, he came, he did what he wanted to do in life, and he left when he got ready. No sickness was going to mess him up or have him where he couldn't do what he had been doing. He left on his own terms. Okay? So it gave me strength. And so I told y'all in 2024, I wasn't going, the same people that was violating me, hacking me, coming to my house and All of that because they want to be in some type of gang or whatever they got going on. If they want to lose everything, they made that decision. You so smart that you dumb, bitch. It wasn't gonna happen this year, whether it's in Dallas or overseas or in Atlanta. It ain't gonna happen this year. Okay. And so I got busy. I stayed consistent with making sure that I walked that thing down. Okay. You shouldn't even have to do that. And that's what I'm talking about. These young adults don't have no regards for life because you got these old adults. Look at what they're doing. These are their parents and grandparents that act like this. Okay. These are their parents and grandparents that act like this. Okay. So the violence in our community will stop. And I'm talking about not just in Memphis, in any community. It will stop when these adults start doing better. That's when it's going to stop. Anyways, you guys, I want to talk about that. Okay. He couldn't help himself. He went and they went and got somebody and they started messing with my numbers, but I'd be glad when they doing that because it's more proof. I mean, it don't matter to me. It's not gonna stop nothing. It proves everything that I've been saying. Okay. Um, what's up, Double Tap? I saw Double Tap up in here, you guys. Y'all make sure Double Tap has a second channel. Go to Double Tap 2. Double Tap 2. Yeah, they hacking me now. They hacking me. They hacking me. I want it to be known. They are hacking me right now as we speak. They are hacking me. He went and got his hacker and they are hacking me. It's a blogger in Atlanta and Dallas, and they use a hacker out of Arizona and overseas, which is a security breach, according to the investigator who reached out to an FBI agent. It is a breach when you start hacking from overseas, nigga. Your days is numbered. So when I reached out to Google says that what they've been doing is they hack into like my subscribers and they turn their notifications off. Y'all, they turn their notifications off. So what I want y'all to do right now, while it's 107 people in here, he was like, God, you got over 15,000 subscribers. And he was like, the notifications are not on. Y'all, they goes and they hacks and they turns the notifications off on my subscribers. So I want you all to go right now to notifications and hit all. Turn on your notifications and share this video. Okay. This is what they go through. It still ain't gonna stop nothing because when they in jail, I'ma still be on here. It ain't nothing but a little process. It's a process. When they go to jail, I'm gonna still be here. Okay. So go to your notifications and turn on all and go subscribe to Double Tap TV 2. Double Tap TV 2. His account has been suspended until for 7 days. Go to his second channel and subscribe. Okay. Anyways, I want to talk about, did they do TT Naughty dirty? Hey, Leo, did they do TT Naughty dirty? I talked about TT Naughty the other day, and I saw what they was doing. What's up, OG? Diane said, "Ain't nothing lame about me, Black Jack, Black Zack. I ride horses, man." Did they do TT Naughty dirty? I think I talked about TT Naughty the other day, and TT Naughty. Y'all know a lot of people have been on top of TT Naughty's head, and one of the reasons I had started watching TT Naughty, I did a video on it the other day. One of the reasons I had started watching TT Naughty was because TT Naughty, um, he seemed to have shown a lot of love to Young Dolph. That's one of the reasons why TT Naughty was one of the ones that brought that helped to build up Austin Media, whatever it's called over there. And I feel like, even with all of the stuff, I'm not saying TT Naughty has made the best decisions, because I'm gonna tell you something. TT Naughty seems to be a bad judgment of character, and then he tends to make bad judgments, right? But you can't take away from TT Naughty has the personality to go far, right? If he had the right guidance, if he went and got himself the right types of counseling. Because I was looking at TT Naughty when they was messing with him the first time, which I couldn't understand how a bunch of black people could do that and then laugh about it. He talk about killing himself. And that's the reason why our community is in the shape that it's in now. Right. And so it that bothered me, right? And they would not have been going at TT Naughty if TT Naughty had not been they didn't know that he had the potential. Because see, he was on one of those major channels, and TT Naughty, I don't think that Austin Media has did him right. Even if you were going to get rid of him, now you want to drag his name all the way through the mud, a person that has single-handedly been involved in popping off their media, right? And so now, but the people that was on that media, I guess they must have been jealous at some point, because they are right behind doing it, right? If you didn't agree with what TT Naughty did, you quietly let the law deal with it, but you don't build yourself up off of a sand castle, right? Because and that's what they're doing. I think what the other black guys on that media is doing is they're building a sand castle. I see that at this point they've been getting the numbers, and we don't know if they're bought or not, but they're building a sand castle. But I think TT Naughty needs to start making better decisions. He's got the personality to kick off his own channel. What he needs to do is pop off his own channel, make sure he get around the right types of people, right? And when I say get around the right types of people, you can't swim with sharks, TT, and think you're gonna make it, especially when you are a threat. They're gonna always be sticking at you. Okay. So, but if he get with the right people and start to build his own medias, okay, then he could go far. He single-handedly built Pop Austin Media by himself. TT Naughty is gonna have to get himself some help. Right. That's what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to get himself some help, and probably I don't know if he's hey, there are rumors, so allegedly they claim that he might have some codependencies, and he need to get himself some help. In that case, that's if that is true. I don't know him like that to say that he has codependencies, but if he do, he needs to get himself some help, because he definitely has a talent, right? I was listening to him say one time people have always used him because he always tried to buy people's love, right? And so he's going to have to deal with his self-esteem issues, because everybody ain't got it. He ain't high. TT Naughty has a personality, as I say, where he can go far in media. Everybody ain't born with it. And there's a lot of people that try to take him down that wish that they was born with it. I can't understand why taking them thinking they taking TT Naughty down, it's going to help them. Now what they did was created bad karma for themselves. That's the reason why I say you're going to start seeing some of these folks sitting up on YouTube, and they're gonna be hollering and screaming and trying to drag folks who God have chosen through the dirt, and the motherfuckers gonna have a damn heart attack from drugs and die. Sitting on YouTube, they're going to fall right over. Okay? See, that's what karma does. But TTE Naughty is going to have to start making better decisions so that he can excel in what he has already have. He ain't had to go nowhere and get no training or nothing like that, or watch nobody else to gain his personality. It's something that he was born with. But I think they did him dirty because you got people that was on there. Hey, I guess that wanted to take his spot, and now they feel like this is the opportunity to do it. They feel like that this is the opportunity to do it, and that's what they're doing, unfortunately. That's what they're doing, unfortunately. But when you build your house on sand, the first strong wind that comes along, it blows it all the way down because it was not built on a solid foundation. You can't build a house on the back of somebody else by climbing on somebody else's back and stomping on their shoulders and taking them down and think you're going to stand. It's already wobbly. That's what a lot of people have forgotten and don't understand, right? It don't make no sense, y'all. So did they do him dirty? Yeah, I think they did him dirty, but I think this will be the opportunity for TT Naughty to go reassess everything. Did he play a part in it? Yeah, I think he played some parts in it. But this will be the opportunity for him to fix himself, start being a better judge of character and making better decisions and come back stronger. And dealing with sharks ain't gonna help that. I'm gonna tell you that now. You can't. You can't do it. You can't deal with people that look at you as their competition. Okay, you just can't do it. Anyways, you guys, that's what I wanted to talk about as it relates to TT Naughty. Hold on, where my darn thing at? Thank you, James, for the cash app. Hold on, I'm getting notifications. Let me see. Shout out to the people that, like I said, even when people may have been involved in something and then you change your mind to to do what's right. That's a good thing. You change your mind and start doing what's right. Don't ever let nobody drag you down. Okay. At some point, you're supposed to have an epiphany. Okay. I want to also talk about P. Diddy. Who wants to take P. Diddy down? We can get back to TT Naughty. I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna start looking at the chat. Black Zach says they did Naughty real naughty. Yeah, they did him dirty. How many of y'all think that they did TT Naughty dirty? I mean, if you don't agree with me, you can say it. How many of y'all think that they did him wrong? I'm interested in seeing how many of you all think that they did TT Naughty wrong. Your favorite hustler's favorite hustler. I hear you. I like that. Your favorite hustler's favorite hustler. I like that saying. I like for people to hustle the right way. I love it. I love men that have hustlers mentality, but they ain't hustling other people. They just know how to get money. Thank you, Miss Teresa, for the $5 super sticker. I used to go with this guy when I was in college. And I mean, anytime I was like, sure, y'all know books and stuff was real expensive. Yeah, this was a long time ago. And I promise you, like, I used to say, well, I'm short on this, I'm short on this. He like, that's all right, baby, I'm gonna get it. And he would come. I was like, you didn't rob nobody, did you? You didn't. No, I got it. I ain't robbed nobody, I ain't killed nobody. I just got it. I was like, oh, I love him so much. He just knew how to get money. And I like people. I love men like that. They know they're gonna go get them some money, even if they gotta go work and get it. They ain't got to rob and kill and steal. I can't stand no thief. Scamming folks. Ooh, people will set you up to send you out. Yeah, that's what people will do. Right. If you hustle people, you won't have any customers. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. So when the alleged murder plot charges against Naughty untrue, I have not even seen where TTE Naughty was um charged with no alleged murder. I didn't see it. It wasn't no murder, plot, conspiracy, nothing. Every charge that he had really was not even that serious. It was a class B misdemeanor and a class E felony, and that's the lowest damn felony on the book, a class E. So it was third degree something. So it didn't have anything to do with setting up no murder. So I'm trying to figure out how come. It seemed like to me that would have been the first thing. So I mean, it seemed like to me like has there been any issues with TT Naughty and Pop Austin Media? Because it seemed like to me whoever it is that's on that media. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you again for another super sticker. I appreciate that so much. It seems like to me that if they wanted to, the person that's over their media, if he wanted to, he could have stopped it. He could have stopped it. So I don't know. I think they did him dirty. I do. I believe that they did him dirty. Because even if they weren't gonna mess with him anymore, it was supposed to be amicable. It was supposed to be amicable. Okay, well, he's no longer here. When people they don't say nothing, they just don't see you no more. But the very person that built up your media now, since he's not there to keep it going, you exploit him. TT Naughty, his personality ain't here no more. So now I got to look at keeping my media afloat. So now I got to exploit him and take him all the way down to keep my media afloat. And what's so sad is you got them black men over there that's willing to do it, because the guy that they claimed that he was supposed to have allegedly put a hit on, he ain't said nothing about that. Really. The only thing he says, he a rat. He a rat, y'all. He a rat. Zay, you building your house on sand. I'm telling you now, Zay, you building it on sand, and it ain't gonna stand. Nothing that's built on sand will stand. I'm telling you. They setting Zay up because when they see when this sensation, when all of this media, sensation is over, because people gonna forget about this and move on. Zay ain't gonna be popping like that no more. I ain't saying he ain't got the personality to do it, but TTE Naughty built that media alone. His personality brought attention to it. Okay. And so what's gonna happen is they're gonna say Zay ain't doing it no more. Folks done moved on from this stuff with TTE Naughty. It's beating a dead horse. Now we gotta see about getting TTE Naughty back. And they're gonna let Zay know it ain't nothing but business. Hey, we gotta have TTE Naughty back because you ain't doing it. Okay. But I think TTE Naughty is a bad judge of character. I just believe he gonna go back because at this point he might not have the confidence to know that he could build his own shit. You don't have two times to screw me over, but that's just me. Oh, you think you're gonna screw me over? We can't make up. That's just how I am. We can't make up. I'm a true Leo for real. We ain't making up. I don't want nothing to do with you. So it's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna go and I still want to do this. I'm gonna go and build my own stuff. It might be a little slow, but I'm gonna build it. I don't know if he has the mentality at this point to do that, because for some reason I don't think he's processed that he built Pop Austin Media, they might have gave him an opportunity. Maybe they did, okay? But he was more beneficial to them than they was to him. I wonder how much they was paying him. Okay, because somebody came over. You is pathetic because Pop Austin Media gave him an opportunity. They wouldn't have gave him the opportunity if he didn't have what it took to build a media. Lady, whoever you was, stay on off my stuff. Cause you can't get with me. You don't want to tangle with me. So I mean, you're pathetic to even ask about what his race was, lady. You don't want to tangle with me because I could have read you your rights, but all I did was went on ahead and block you. Okay. Kevin Felder says he was a felon in possession of a firearm. He might have to go sit down for a minute. He might. He might. But yeah, I think they did him dirty. But P. Diddy, you guys, I wanted to pull up with P. Diddy. They're saying, as a matter of fact, let me pull it up. I saw Gene Deal had did an interview. Yeah, I have been watching Gene Deal for a long time, right? And Gene Deal has always, even before all this stuff started happening with Diddy, and people are saying it's because of Gene Deal. No, because Gene Deal had been saying it for years. I think P. Diddy pissed off the wrong people. Right. He pissed off the wrong people and they gave him that nigga call. That's all it was. Okay. I always say that. Hold on. P. Diddy got new charges or revised charges. Hold on, y'all. It says, I guess they're bringing up again that situation that happened with the girl at the time who was then 16 years old, and that situation with Aaron Hall. Child, when Aaron Hall got on there, because see, I had always liked Aaron Hall voice, but he had gone. He ain't really putting nothing out. But you can't take away from the man got a powerful voice, right? But he's Aaron Hall's so stupid. He should have just opened his mouth to sing, right? And that's it. He ain't got no media training. But when he went to hollering about everybody done seen him elf, I don't know any man that would get any gratification out of wanting to go look at another man screw. Talking about he loved other men. He loved for other men to look at him screw. He said Diddy, all of them used to come and watch him screw women. I don't know of any real men that wants to go watch a man screw no women. I don't. I don't even understand how people allow that to happen because I don't know. I guess we all different because I like for the lights to be out. I mean, it's just something about I like the lights to be out. I mean, initially after I look at it, I have to look at it first, and then go on, baby, turn the light. Wait a minute, let me see. I have to check it out. Okay, go on, turn the lights out. I've been like that with everybody I dated. Okay. It says Sean Diddy Combs accused of sexually assaulting a 16 year old in the early 90s. In the early 90s. It says singer Aaron Hall is also named in the lawsuit, which was originally filed in December. An updated suit includes new details about the alleged assault. So there have been updated details in this situation, but Aaron Hall pretty much told it. He said that he got the girl pregnant. He said it. When he got on there, he was bragging, about how big he was, and Jodeci, Devontae from Jodeci and Diddy, and he named some more people, all done seen how big he was. Y'all, it's something wrong when men start taking their wings out and they want to, show how big they are to other men. Okay, that's abnormal anyways. It says Sean Diddy Combs is being accused of sexual assault by another woman who is alleged in a lawsuit that the music mogul and the R&B singer Aaron Hall assaulted her and her friend in Hall's apartment in 90 and 91. The alleged assault happened following an event at the offices of MCA Records, according to a lawsuit filed in November in New York Supreme Court, one day before the expiration of the New York Adult Survivors Act, which allows adult sexual assault survivors 1 year to sue regardless of when the original statute of limitation expired. An amended suit was filed March the 12th. So they just amended the suit on March the 12th. Y'all, who is it that want P. Diddy taken down? Because it seemed like to me, like I said before, they trying to take P. Diddy all the way back to the projects, y'all. Who is it that want P. Diddy taken down? Somebody do. Somebody wants P. Diddy taken down. Who did he piss off? I don't think it has anything to do with Gene Deal. I think Gene Deal has been honest and putting it out there. Gene Deal had been putting it out there for years and they didn't do anything to him. They were still protecting him, right? They were still protecting him. It ain't got nothing to do with Cassie because those same people saw how he did Cassie and watched it and witnessed it for years and didn't care. So when they get mad at him, they go and use Cassie and the industry lawyers that know exactly how to take people down to get him. But they want to, whoever he pissed them off so bad. And I don't think he pissed them off because he was trying to do something on his own. No, he has been the gatekeeper for them forever. He's been the gatekeeper forever. It says they've been on Diddy lately, higher ups mad. Cecilia says the Jews and Clive Davis and L.A. Reid. We ready to trade Diddy for R. Kelly. Right, Young. Right. Gene Deal didn't have the power to do this. If that was the case, they would have been got him a long time ago. Gene Deal was very what happened was when they got mad when Diddy made something, he crossed some of the wrong people. When he made somebody mad, what they did was prove that Gene Deal had been telling the truth on it. Diddy is like R. Kelly, love young and underage girls. He just did it slick. Karma got away with it, but catching up with him. Yeah, it's catching up with him. You have to read what you saw. And I think one of the major things that made me mad makes me mad about Diddy is that, I mean, he was very bold and boisterous in taking advantage of black talent. P. Diddy had a lot of great hits back in the day, and it's sad that the majority of those artists, and I think Faith Evans would have been destitute too. It's just that she was still married to Biggie, right? That was able to sustain her when she got a lot of his, get a lot of his stuff, right? But and his son got a lot of his stuff, but a lot of those artists are broke, busted, and disgusted, and they had hits on top of hits. Like, at what point you being too greedy? Like, let your artists make some money. They said, I was reading that what P. Diddy, how he got over on his artists to make sure that they never made any money, was that P. Diddy he would be in their videos. This is how he would do them. He would be in their videos, and then they didn't necessarily want him in the videos. He charged them. He billed them for standing in their videos. So he billed against their whatever it was, that advance money. He billed for being in the videos. They used his cars. He billed them for that. a lot of the locations that they filmed at, like that, those were his houses and stuff. He billed them for that. He billed them for the clothes. They wore a lot of his clothes that he bought. He billed them for everything. They could never get out of a deficit with the videos, right? I remember Faith Evans said one time that a video she did, what was the name? Was it Love Like This Before? And this was about 5 years ago. And I know that video was like in 2000 or 2001 or two, maybe 2004. She says, I think I'm still paying for that video. I think I'm still paying for that video. So it's sad how Diddy did them. And he was doing it because his job was to make sure that he used them and made them slaves. And once they was used up, or they got to a point where they were saying, wait a minute, I'm broke. When am I going to have some financial liberation? He got a cut, and the people in the background got all of the money off of these artists. So he was very instrumental. They used him as the gatekeeper to make sure that there was no generational wealth as it relates to all of this black talent flowing in the black community. I don't give a damn about him. I say is that they protected him for over 30 years. So he felt like, so he was doing his job good. And doing the job good was making sure that he screwed over the black community. So when people jump into my stuff and say, well, he gave them an opportunity, he made them famous, you get your damn slave ass out of my chat. Because we already know that fame and generational wealth is not associated. It could be. It's really supposed to be. The more famous you are, the more money you're supposed to make. But you got people like Diddy who worked with the music sharks in the background to make sure that it was not affiliated. So when they talk about, well, he made them famous, what in the hell that got to do with anything? That makes it even worse. It sends them into a depression knowing I had #1 hits and I ain't got a damn dime. And so that's what makes me mad about black people when they sit up and be okay with just being famous and flogging. He let them drive his cars. Them dudes and stuff had hits. They wrote their own records. He didn't know nothing about the streets. So they made their own lyrics because a lot of them had been in the streets. They were vocalists. They had the vocals to be able to sing. They wrote their own songs, and he licensed all that. Okay? So it sends them into a depression when that folks look at him and say, oh, you had all them hits, right? But they ain't got no money. Then he treated people like dirt. I was looking at Fred from Making the Band. Fred was from Miami. Fred was hard. I liked him. I looked at Making the Band. And I think all of them that he had, was was very talented. You had Chopper from, I think his name was Chopper City, from out of New Orleans. He brought the New Orleans swag. You had Fred from Miami that had that Miami sound. You had the other guy, I forgot his name, that he liked a lot. He was from out of Philly. He almost had a sound somewhat like somewhat like Biggie, and he had Babs, and he had a girl named Sarah. Y'all know, I remember because I looked at it faithfully. But Fred talked about how mean Diddy was to them. And then when they started, he put them in those contracts and shelved them. When they started trying to make money on their own, he said nobody would mess with him. None of the Miami producers, because Diddy went to them and said, if you do work with him, I'm going to take offense to it. He said, so I couldn't get mad at none of the producers, even though they wanted to mess with me. Diddy threatened to make sure that they don't eat. They're going to put their family and stuff first. He put them in a bad position. See, no man was supposed to have that much power, but that's the power that the gatekeepers gave him, and he relished in that. He was glad to be able to have that type of power. And now they're sending his ass that and gave his ass that nigga call and sending him back to the projects. So when folks come up into my chat talking about we can't let them do that to a black man, you got a black man that has did nothing but keep black people in the industry down, try to annihilate black men and masculinity for years. I heard about it. How if you wanted to make it in the industry, you know, Diddy, you had to party with him. And if you didn't party with him, he took offense to it. So it gave him great pleasure to annihilate black men. Now, no real black man should have went along with it, because if you ask me, he should have been shanked. Okay? Because with the way that he did Fabulous on that show was crazy. And I could tell Fabulous, because he know who to play with. You had Jada kissing right there next to Fabulous. I bet you everything I got, you couldn't have paid him to do Jadakiss like he did Fabulous. Talking about, yeah, you need to party with me. Hell, he almost tried to take the clothes off the Rastafari man that was standing up there with the dreads in his head. He wanted him so bad, he wanted to try to undress him right there in the studio. But y'all, this is the type of stuff that they said that he had been doing, and it's unfortunate that some black men wanted whatever it was that they wanted so bad. They either was passive about it or they did it. Okay? Or they did it. Young, yep, he's broke. He's broke down a joke. I got too many legal lawsuits after him, and people are pulling out from his sponsors. Well, people, what they did was that they gave, just like they do so many like Jay-Z and all the rest of them. They do a lot of these black celebrities. They give the illusion that they're billionaires. They got $100 million. They ain't got nothing, and because they're in debt, and they make them the face of their stuff. Oh, you know what? You be the face of it. That's to pull in the black culture so that they can make money, and you be the face of it. But all the time, they in the background getting the money. So black people want to give the illusion so much that they got this, and that. They don't think about creating generational wealth. They just like the illusion of being the face of something, making people think that they got something that they don't have. Right? And so what they did was, people was talking about he owned Revolt. He owned a network. He owned this, he owned that. And what happened when all of this stuff happened? Stop. Shit, stop. Y'all see my dog's fighting? Go on. Hold on, y'all. Stop. Come on here. Hold on, y'all. Remy, stop. What is the matter with you? You can't just fight him. Is something wrong? Why are you so mad? Y'all hear how she breathing? She mad. I wonder if I need to take her to the hospital. Y'all, I'm scared. She ain't never been this mad when she breathing this hard. Y'all, she pregnant. Y'all think I should take her to the hospital? I think I'm going to take her to the hospital. Calm down. Y'all hope she's not in labor. Why is she so mad and fighting? Do they do that when they in labor? She not due till April 1st. Okay. I might have to take her to the hospital. Seems like she calming down. They said pregnant hormones. Lord have mercy. Um, Cecilia says they need a storyline for hip hop, either Atlanta or Miami. I'm gonna take her on. I think I'm gonna have to take her to the hospital because the word I don't want her to have no babies in my house because I don't know what to do. I'm scared that she gonna have them early. Yeah, I'm scared I might pass out. Maybe I should pack up and go over to my mama house. Therefore, she start having the babies. My mama could deal with it if she have them early, because she's supposed to have a C-section. I'm gonna pay for her to have a C-section because I'm scared that she may not be able to push him out. Player Cole kind of scared me. He said that she might not be able to push him out, or one of the babies might die, or something like that. I'm scared I'm gonna pass out. He said you need to take her to the hospital. She's pregnant. Something is wrong. Come, she's reaching out. Okay, I need to take her to the hospital. That's probably what's going on. Cause she ain't never breathe hard like this. Lord have mercy. I wonder if it's an emergency room doctor open. Um, but y'all, yeah, I they said they think that he's tired and just God is just whooping him. Yeah, you have to reap what you sow. I mean, it comes back. You can't do wrong. I mean, you might think you be happy when you're getting away with it. And some people are so evil, they be real happy. It seemed like dog, that person's so evil. How can they be so happy? But then when the tables turn and the tables always turn. And the tables always turn. It says she's stressed. Yeah, she probably stressed. She going to the hospital. I'm gonna see if they can keep her until she had a baby. Um, yeah, I have some lavender spray. Okay, you said keep them separated. She's stressed. Okay, this can't happen no more. I don't like seeing her like this. Because I love my puppy. I don't know if other dogs have gotten stressed out like this when they was pregnant, but I don't like it. I don't like seeing her stressed out. Do dogs get stressed out when they're pregnant? I'm gonna have to call the vet because I don't like this. Oh, it'll be devastating to me if something happened to her. Um, let's see. She supposedly got um she got 2 weeks, but she can have them before 2 weeks though. This is the time right here. She could have it. They can have the babies 2 weeks early, up to 2 weeks early, and this is the time right here. This is the time right here. And she's so uncomfortable. She painting. She got to go to the hospital because I don't like to see her breathing hard. She's scared. Yep. Y'all just got me bothered. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna take her to the hospital. Anyways, you guys, y'all like, share, and subscribe. This was a short live. Y'all know how I am. I get sentimental about stuff. And I've never gone through anything like this. So I want to make sure she ain't dying or nothing like that. I'm scared. She breathing hard. I'm scared she dying. I don't want her to die on me. So I gotta make sure. I don't know if she's in labor or what. But anyways, I'm getting ready to call the vet. Y'all run up the likes, and what I'll do is I'll keep you all updated. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you all updated. I'll talk to you all later.